Hey, good morning, YouTube. Today is day 9. I can count. Today's day 9, Monday the 20th. I'm at the Braidwood Motel, same motel I left at. I had 2 nights here in Braidwood. It's approximately an hour and 20 minutes out of downtown Chicago area. I'm leaving here today, and my destination tonight is a place called Carlinville on Route 66. So real quick, I'll recap yesterday. I'll project today. I'll do one product review and talk about some people I met. So yesterday I headed out. I got a little bit of later start than I have been getting later starts than what I really wanted, but I was close enough to Chicago where I don't think it really impacted me too much. So I take off, I get gas, take Route 66 all the way up to kind of like where the city. I go through Joliet, Romeoville, saw the prison. On the way out, early in the morning, I did stop at one of the places that was a priority, which was the launching pad. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and they were still closed, but I did some shots, and I think I put them on Facebook. Then I went into, hung out there for just a few moments, left the launching pad, took Route 66 up to right where the kind of the congestion starts. I jumped on the freeway for a bit. Then I was either planning to go to Lou Mitchell's first. The 2 things I really wanted to do yesterday, or the 3 things, was launching pad, Lou Mitchell's, which is a restaurant at the beginning of Route 66, and go to the Disney house. And unique things happen. Unique things happen at all 3 of those. So I get into downtown Chicago, which is like downtown San Francisco, downtown LA, downtown St. Louis. It's a downtown area. I've been there before in 2016. So I find what I'm looking for. You know, stoplights, one-way traffic, gets really frustrating. I ended up pulling up actually onto the, when I saw the end sign, I actually pulled up onto the sidewalk itself. People are like, well, this guy's crazy. But, you know, I had to take a picture and go. It's not like all those other places where, oh, you see a sign and you casually take a picture and someone takes a picture of you. And it's really similar when I started in Santa Monica. Now, what some people don't realize is that Route 66 in California ended in 2 different locations at one time. When it was instituted in 1926, I believe it was from 1926 to 1933, where it ended in downtown Los Angeles. Right in downtown, there's a sign, it says it, right in downtown. It was the end of the terminus from 1926 to 1933 on Broadway and 7th. Those are your cross streets, right next to the popular cafeteria place. And I can't remember the name of it right now. But right there is where it ended. And then in 1933, the Highway Federation Highway System said every highway has to end at another. So say, for instance, you're traveling Route 66. You don't want to end in cross streets. You want to end at another highway to have the option to continue north or south, for instance. So that's when they extended Route 66 to its last official ending, which is on Lincoln and Olympic in the city of Santa Monica. Now, as people started traveling it, they really wanted to start, you know, putting their hands in Lake Michigan and Chicago and saying, I'm starting over here, I'm starting here, then passing the signs in downtown Chicago and going all the way to the Santa Monica Pier. So I'm not sure if I did video or not. I know there's Facebook photos, but when I started in Santa Monica Pier, which was never really ever the official ending of the Federal Highway, it was where Mel's Diner is now on Olympic and Lincoln. But people go down to the pier and they started in their journey there, and that's what I did. You know, that's the cultural ending, to say. So there were 2 finishes, but the downtown areas are very congested. I didn't take a lot of time in downtown LA. I mean, the pier is really nice. You can relax. People take a picture of you. You take pictures of others. The one on by Mel's Diner by Olympic and Lincoln is not as crazy as the Los Angeles one, but still people are hustle and bustle, and you know, I took a picture of myself. Los Angeles and this location, you got to get a picture and get out. It's just crazy. So I got there, I did my pictures. I was always told you can't park at Lou Mitchell's. Well, when I pull up, I see like 3 or 4 Harleys, and there's pictures of it on Facebook. There's 3 or 4 Harleys lined up right in front of Lou Mitchell's, and it's only a parking area that's about maybe 2 car lengths. Well, motorcyclists park there, so it was cool. It was really cool. So I back up and I park there. And really happy, you know, I get to park right there. I downloaded all my gear, so my bike is stripped down. I left everything at the hotel, and I go inside, and I'm a single. There's a long line to get in there, so they I kind of walk in the door, and this is probably around 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30. I walk in the door, and they identify me. I said, I'm one person, and they said, oh, you can sit at the bar. So I jump on the bar. Within 10 minutes, the line just is going down the street. It's ridiculous. So these two people sit next to me, Angel and Mark with the K, really cool people. They were in their 20s. We just started getting into the conversation. Look for a picture of them on YouTube also, Facebook. And we were just talking about Route 66, Lou Mitchell's, Chicago. It was really fun. And I told him what I do with YouTube. And as you all know, and some of the new people, I am not technically inclined. This is all new to me. I just hope that you're enjoying this. The girl sitting next to me, Angel, said, "Oh, you should do Instagram." Well, I don't know what Instagram is. You know, I'll travel 2,400 miles from Los Angeles to here on a motorcycle, but I don't know what Instagram is. So she shows me Instagram. I load it. Somehow it's connected to Facebook. Hold on. Somehow it's connected to Facebook. And I got, all of a sudden, my wife, my two daughters, everyone's on Instagram. I still don't really know how to operate it, but I'll get there. So I had to really thank you, Mark, thank you, Angel, for letting me spend your morning, together, talking. Before I went in, though, this is very important. Before I went in, I was taking a picture. I parked my bike. And I was taking a selfie. Well, one of the Harley guys walks up. They're all French Canadian, and they're all police officers. He comes up, his name's Carl. Thank you, Carl. I hope you're enjoying your trip. They were starting their trip at Lou Mitchell's, going to Santa Monica. They were just starting. So we talked, and I gave him a little keychain that I had made. It has a P38 can opener on it, and some other stuff. And I go, well, you're just starting your trip. I'm returning. So we got a conversation. I handed it to him, and he identifies himself as French Canadian police officer, and he's really excited. And he gives me these. This is the cool stuff about Route 66. What will get me to do this trip again, whether it be a car or an RV, a motorcycle, are these experiences, the experiences of the people. You can read about the road itself, you can read about the structures, you can take pictures of the structures, and they'll always be there, hopefully always be there. But it's the unique one-on-one experiences with the people. So he breaks out this little packet, and this is it, people. If you are planning a Route 66 trip, get little cards made up. These are not mine. These are cards that people are handing me, to keep in touch. Get some cards made up, and bring something that is unique and special, that they're not going to find anywhere on Route 66, and something that kind of has to identify you. That's why I used something like a dog tag with a P38 can opener, military can opener, to pass out as I traveled along. So he gives me these. Right, this is from the community. He gives me that one. This one, I'll shoot a photo on Facebook of these also. And he gives me that one. I don't think he had a card, but I think I gave him my Facebook card. So that was really cool. Thanks, Carl. Enjoy your trip. So I leave Lou Mitchell's, and the next place I went to go find was Walt Disney's house, when he was born, where he lived. I did a video on that. I already put that out there, so I'm not going to get into it. But what's funny about it, I just did 2,400 miles. A lot of people know me as Vin or Vinny. I'm going by Adventure Vin. I'm passing out my cards Adventure Vin. And I've always heard of other YouTube people being approached, while they're doing their videos. Someone recognizes them and saying, "Hey, I recognize you." And I'm not popular, I only have like 45 subscribers. But I kid you, this is the funniest story. I'm taking a break now. I do the video at the Disney house. Watch it if you haven't seen it. And this car pulls up, really nice car, all black, all tinted out. It was a BMW, Mercedes-Benz. And I'm just sitting there, just kind of like, The door opens up, and the guy goes, Vin Diesel. And there's guys at work that call me Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel, that's what he said. I'm in the middle of Chicago, in this housing area. For no reason, door swings open, Vin Diesel. So I'm thinking, where do I know this guy from? Right? Where do I know this guy from? So I'm looking at him, and I thought maybe it was somebody I met on the road. I handed him a card, somebody who recognized me from the videos. And I go, "How do you know me?" And he goes, "I don't know you. I don't know you, man." He was saying it because my bald head, I was sitting there like this, and I guess my motorcycle gear, I guess he thought I looked like Vin Diesel. I don't know. So I tell him that, and we start getting this great conversation. His girlfriend's laughing. I go, "No, my name is Vincent. I go by Vince or Vinny or Vin. A lot of people call me Vin." I go, "I'm doing this trip," and I give him my card, which you all know. It says Adventure Vin on it. And we just got a kick at it. He's a music producer or something like that. He goes, I want your card, I want your card. And he goes, no, he didn't really tell me. He really didn't tell me why he called me Vin Diesel. But can you imagine that? I'm tired, you know, I'm just sitting back. Car pulls up, the door opens up, Vin Diesel. I was like, somebody recognizes me. So I meant to tell that to Julia last night. I was just too tired. So I'll wrap it up there. And the rest of the time in Chicago, to be honest with you, wasn't anything that I really want to talk about. In brief, a lot of stop signs. KLR started overheating, had to pull over a few times. I was in some areas that were questionable. I was getting kind of frustrated. The day was wearing on. I just cut straight across. I forgot the name of the street now. I cut straight across until I got to Ogden, which takes you out on Route 66. And at that point, my experience with the Canadian police officer, with Mark and Angel, and the the Vin Diesel guy, that was all great. And then the day started, kind of declining. And I want to be honest on my videos. I don't want to be negative or down, but they started declining. And I finally got on. I was like, let me just get out of here. I stopped at Rich's Creamy Ice Cream place just to take a break, took some pictures, got back on the road, ended up going to back to the launching pad, and it was open. I spent 2 hours there. And I'm telling you, Holly of the launching pad, you and Ramona from Munger Moss, you two have never met, but if you guys were ever in the same room, you would feel as if you've known each other for years, 4 years. And before I go any further, I just want to say that's everyone that has a passion for Route 66. Holly basically resurrected the launching pad out of a passion. She was not even from Chicago, not even knowing much about Route 66, but she had that passion. Ramona at Munger Moss has been doing it in 1971, and they have the means, they have the will, they have the intuition to do these brick and mortar places. I don't. But what I think is valuable for me and other travelers is that somehow we connect them. We're the ones that travel up and down the route telling everyone's story to all these other people, and we connect them, and it's a family, and it's hard to explain. You got to experience it. I don't care how many books or how many YouTube videos, you got to get out on the road and experience it if you really want to feel the pulse of Route 66. Now, I will say this, the culture and the spirit of Route 66 for me on the east end and the Chicago end really stops and begins at the launching pad and where the Gemini Giant is, and with Holly. That's where the spirit begins and ends on the east side. Past that, it's some important things to see, and then you take the pictures of the signs, but the human element and the spirit really starts there. And on the west end, it's at the Richfield. I think it's the Richfield gas station in Upland, California, the restored gas station. Those people are great. You got it. It's on Upland on Foothill Boulevard on the far end in California on Route 66. Past that, there's some other things of notoriety, and of course you have the signs in Santa Monica. But when you talk about the human element and the people and the passion, those are where things start and end for me. And I think you might experience that too. But while I was there, I met, I was at the, the launching pad. I met, Holly Baker is the proprietor. Get on her website. They are doing great things there. Great things. Oh, I got to show you one thing I got. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, so here he is, everybody. This is my my launching pad bobblehead, my Gemini Giant bobblehead. This is one souvenir other than a t-shirt and a hat and the magnets, the pins I've been collecting. I really wanted. When I talked to Holly for the first time on the phone a few months ago, she goes, oh, I could send them. She'll ship you anything from her store. And if you look at my YouTube video, I kind of pan around everything that she has to offer. So she goes, I could ship it to you. I go, no, this is one souvenir. I want to be there and buy it for the experience. So I got my launching pad bobblehead. Thank you very much, Holly. I will probably be sending it home before the end of my trip. But Gemini Giant bobblehead. There's pictures and more video of it on YouTube. And so we visited for a while. There's an interview I did with Holly. At one point, I talked about how she resurrected the place, and it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And she goes, oh, I got something for you. And she gave me, you'll see it on the video. I have it packed away already, but it's the It's a phoenix. It's a phoenix rising from the ashes necklace. She told me to give it to my wife, Julie, but I think I'm going to put that in my little collage of my U66 experiences. Sorry, Holly. But so that was a world. We talked. Oh man, it was like when I was growing up in Montrose, there was an Italian guy that owned a pizzeria. We'd go down there and eat the pizza. We'd go down there and eat pizza, but the fun of it was just hanging out and talking and visiting. Also, I met. Oh, her partner, by the way, is Holly Baker and Tully Garrett at the launching pad. Look them up on plenty of YouTube videos. You got to get out there. It was closed for a while, but you got to get out to launching pad. Also, we were sitting there, and my camera went dead. This guy pulls up. He goes by Jason, the Red Hawaiian. He has this unbelievable, awesome truck. As a matter of fact, I think he gave me... Here it is right here. If you want to look him up. There he is right there. You gotta look this up, man. This guy has an awesome truck painted with Route 66. He has something I've never ever seen before. So I'll take a picture of that and I'll probably put it on YouTube too. So hey, Jason, pleasure meeting you yesterday. You have an awesome truck. Enjoy your trip. I don't know how you're gonna navigate that thing in downtown Chicago. And for anyone who's planning this trip, downtown LA, downtown Chicago, don't do it in a huge and not his. He should be fine. He's in a unique truck, but an RV is way too big. You know. They're way too big. You just know what you're bringing. I mean, those streets are hard to navigate. Also, I'm going to keep in contact with Tim. This guy right here, I met him yesterday. Harley D, we had a really great conversation. He's already posted some stuff on my Facebook. When my phone went dead, Tim was taking pictures with his phone and putting it on my Facebook. And so thank you very much, Tim, for doing that. He was with Tracey. Tracey, you and Tim, you guys got a place to stay in California. You ever get to Southern California, I'm only 20 minutes from Route 66. If you're passing by Riverside and you can't stop, let me know, and I'll ride the route with you for a little bit. Maybe I'll show you some things like you showed me here in Chicago vicinity. Also, when I was at the Blue Whale, I forgot to tell you guys, and I just dropped it. I ran into, through the trip at different places, I ran into some Australians, and I had a good conversation at the Blue Whale with this person. And I'll probably post this on YouTube also. They're from Australia. And so we got to talking. We had a really good conversation. His name is Peter, and he gave me a little pin. What am I doing here? Can you see it? I can see it. I can't see. Oh, this is weird. I'm blocking the camera. So he gave me this little pin. It's a map of Australia that's broken down to the different provinces. So thanks, Tim. I hope you're enjoying your trip. And then after that, after the launching pad, I ended up going to the Polka Dot Cafe, which is another cafe of notoriety, right across here from the motel I'm at. And I didn't even catch their names, or if I did, I forgot, but I'm meeting them today at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. In Gardner, and they have some friends there that they're going to show me around. I'm going to meet them at 9, and then Tim is hooking me up with the guy further down that's going to show me some stuff further down the line. And we talked, oh man, what a great conversation. We were in the diner for at least an hour. We just started talking about, they're from this area, about them growing up, seeing the signs being taken down, the nuances of the area where they live in, travelers like me. I was talking about, you know, my upbringing, my dad immigrated from Italy. It was, I'm telling you, sometimes you meet these people and it feels like you know them forever. So let me go over what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to meet up with them at 9, go to Gardner, check out the jail they were talking to me about. I do want to hit the Pontiac Museum. I really wanted to see that. Bob Waldmeyer, if you don't know who Bob Waldmeyer is, passed away at this time. Very iconic folk art guy for Route 66. His dad was the one that opened up the Cozy Dog. They don't like being called corn dogs, but for those who don't know, the Cozy Dog is basically a corn dog joint. But Bob Waldmeyer is very known, and he has his touring bus, like a little school bus thing that he toured around in, on display in Pontiac. So once again, expectation management. I may not get everything in that I want to, but I'm experiencing things that you don't find on a map, you don't find in a guidebook. And those experiences, if they're not just as valuable, they're more. But thank you so much for your hospitality, Holly. I didn't even feel like I was at a gift shop. I felt like I was in your home. You are awesome, and I know we're going to keep in touch. My door is open to you too anytime you're in California. There's probably some things I'm forgetting to tell you guys. I know I'm talking fast. I know I was talking fast in the video with Holly. I'll try to slow down. I think some of it was nerves, some of it was excitement, and I do have an old habit of talking fast. I'm going on 20 minutes. So I'm going to cut this one. So don't forget, like, subscribe, get out there and ride. Get out there and meet people. Get out there and whatever your passion is, get out there and do it. I always say get out there and ride, but I'm realizing not everyone wants to ride a motorcycle. So get out there and experience your passion. Life's an adventure, and you make your journey a good one.